Welcome to our next segment. We're in a very different setting, aren't we? But maybe that's the point. We want to do something a little different with this section. Teach him, teach her. I want to give you a chance to focus on two very different individuals who I know really well, they're our children, and say to yourself, now, what's distinctive about this person? And if you had a group made up entirely of this one person, or at least you were going to disciple and mentor that one, how would you do it? What's distinctive about this person? And how would you harness that in what you're going to do in terms of teaching? Well, we're out here sitting on one of my motorcycles to talk about our son, Steve. You've got a list there of everything that's about him, but here's a good picture. It's a good start. This is a senior picture. And yep, he's on a motorcycle too. Actually, he's on his last Suzuki race bike, and that's probably why I've also got a Suzuki that I'm sitting on. It's one of my bikes. Steve is 18. I want you to focus on him right now as 18. He's a senior in high school. He loves, obviously, racing motorcycles. He loves basketball, sports, all things social. School is great for the social aspects of it. How would you teach him? What would you find interesting about him? What are the talents that you suspect he has? And how are you going to harness those talents? And what do you have to offer this young man? And how are you going to help him offer something to somebody else? So take a good long look and say to yourself, all right, there's Steve. How am I going to teach him? We need a second person for you to get to know, and that's, well, Becca and our daughter, Nicole. Here's Nicole, our daughter, being portrayed beautifully by Becca right behind me. Let me introduce you to Nicole. Teach her. She's 15. She is active in school, cross-country, track. She does really well in school, and she enjoys it. She's got a wide circle of friends. She plays flute in the band. She is connected, not only to her friends, that phone is never outside of her grasp, but also to the entertainment world. She knows people backwards and forward every single week when it comes out. Picture your whole class made of Nicole. Now, teach her. That's really our project in this unit then. As you can see from the PowerPoints that are going to go by, it's a step-by-step process. First of all, decide on a class that's essentially made up of either Steve or Nicole. That's never going to happen in reality, but we'll give you that advantage of having a single focus in this class. Which of our two methods is going to work best for you? Serendipity or Slavin? You already have the text. That's chosen for you there, as you can see in Mark chapter 9, verses 2 to 8. Given that text, given either Steve or Nicole as your target audience, which one are you going to use? Let's just say that you choose serendipity. All right then, write the introductory question or questions that's going to work to bring them with their world experience into this text. Or if you go with Slavin, decide how you're going to introduce the key points of your information and also still connect with their world. Go on to the next part. What are the 2, 3, maybe 4 key issues in the text that you've discovered from your study that you're going to connect then with them? Again, make it specific to that Mark text. Also make it specific to either Nicole or to Steve and the world that they come from and represent. And finally, at the very end, how are you going to apply it? Have it go home with them, or have them test and try out the things that you've suggested from the text. Work through those steps. And here's the advantage. You only have one target. It's either teach him or teach her. Have a good time.